Right then, John Wayne Airport is soon going to have its name changed because he said something racist. This is what's going on in the Western world at the moment. Every time anything can be linked with something that was a bit bad in the past, you have to change the name. Therefore, you rewrite history. Therefore, racism never happened. Well done. End of the video. Bye. See you in the next one. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Or I could go on a bit longer. Right, so John Wayne, in an interview back in the 60s with Playboy, he said something to the effects that he believes in white supremacy, that blacks shouldn't get any authority until they're more educated. He said you're basically irresponsible people shouldn't be given authority. I'm paraphrasing. Obviously, that's racist, Mr. John Wayne. Marion, I think his actual real name was. You can see why he changed it to John. So I disagree on some of it, and some of it I agree with. I disagree about singling out people by a group identity. I disagree with that. I think identity politics is bad, and it would be completely irresponsible to judge all people of whatever ethnic group as all being the same, all having the same ideas or this and that. That's what the left is doing now, and it's what's causing so much bloody problems in the world. So I would say don't give irresponsible people authority, but I certainly disagree with about his grouping all black people in as uneducated. Terrible thing to say. He also criticised Hollywood for making gay movies. So he was obviously a really conservative guy, product of his generation, of that time, whatever. You can make some excuses for it, and other times you can say, yeah, but you maybe should have risen above it. It's the same as, like, society evolves, right? People, what behaviour evolves, what's considered moral evolves. I don't want to just pick on the Muzzies here, but you go back to 7th century Saudi Arabia, immoral, in my opinion, but because of an ideology, it's being forced into to try to sort of force a square peg into a round hole where society has evolved. So I suggest we let society continue to evolve, accept what happened in the past as the past, learn from it so we don't repeat those mistakes ever again. Yeah, when he had to go at Hollywood gay movies and stuff, I would just say Hollywood's a cesspit. They've been trying to destroy sort of family values and things for decades now. So, yeah, I join in on him about criticising Hollywood, but I'm not going to criticise people that are gay because it's not a choice, is it? It's a natural thing that happens and whatever. Anyway, Colston Hall. So Edward Colston, they're still trying to remove his name from history. I spoke about this recently, but I didn't realise at the time that Colston Hall, which is a famous music venue in Bristol, is under renovation, and when it reopens, it will not have the name Colston attached to it, and they're celebrating like crazy about that. And they won't stop going on until his name has been completely eradicated from the history of Bristol. Therefore, slavery didn't happen. So we get rid of John Wayne's name from the airport. That means his racism never happened, and we get rid of the name Colston. Slavery never happened. Brilliant. And well done, Massive Attack, for solving slavery. Well done, you guys. You are fucking awesome. Excuse my language. But it's so ridiculous. You can't change history. And slavery has been going on for millennia. We Britons, we were enslaved for well over 1,000 years by several different people and by our own lords and stuff like that. The Romans, the Saxons, they're the Germans, the Normans, the French, and the Vikings, all of them. All are over here enslaving. The bloody Vikings were coming over, stealing our women. Our pretty women, not the ugly. They left the fug ugly ones. I would suggest that we need reparations, because that's where this all's going. You change the names, you change history, but then you want money. You want financial compensation. So I want some financial compensation from the Italians, the Germans, the French, and the Swedes. Give us money for all the hardship you put us through. Or we could just get over it and move on, which is what we've done. And I want to go back a bit further with reparations. I discovered a little while ago that I am part Neanderthal. Some of you are saying, well, yeah, no shit, Winston. Yeah, part Neanderthal from my mum's side. I don't think my dad had any Neanderthal in him. So my peoples, we were basically genocided out of existence by Homo sapiens. I want my money. I want some reparation for that. My people were absolutely removed from society. Because what? Because they got great big foreheads? Completely unfair. I think it's very difficult to talk about, the Homo neanderthal and the Homo sapien without mentioning the Homo erectus, just for fun. So you can't change history unless you've got great big wiry silver hair and your name's Doc and you've got a flux capacitor. So leave it alone. You can't change it. Leave it. So then I talked about society evolving, right? So society and also life forms have evolved, if you believe in evolution, which I do. I'm not a creationist. Oh, God, that's going to trigger some people. I can't help it, right? I believe in science, most of it. Life forms have evolved from like such basic life forms that in the sea that would eat through their mouth, but they didn't have an anus because it hadn't evolved yet. So they had to then poo back out their mouth. Now, we've evolved from that. Now, I know, again, yes, I know, some of us, you might say, are still crapping out their mouth. But we've evolved. So life forms have evolved, will continue to do so. Society has evolved and will continue to do so. And in 50 years' time, people are going to be looking back right here, right now, at you nutters that are trying to change everything and probably trying to change what you did. Because you're stupid. Leave it alone. Society will continue to evolve. Things that we consider moral now, like I'm sure we'll probably all be vegetarian in the future. I'm sure it's going to happen. They're pushing the veganism a bit hard at the moment, don't you think? What else was I going to say? You got to also, like, the whole thing about John Wayne, and you got to be able to separate sometimes the art from the artist. Stephen Crowder talks about this, and there's loads of, I suppose in Hollywood, loads of actors that I should like really get too triggered by and can't watch their films. But I'm trying to get over that, because otherwise you just end up like losing out on maybe some good entertainment. It's like Jim Jeffries, a comedian. I think he's really funny, although half the things he says I want to slap him about the head for. And I just finished watching The Umbrella Academy. I bulk watched it. I thought it was really good. But it's got Ellen Page in it. She said some horrible crap that I really disagree with. She even got stuck in on the old Jussie Smollett case, really having a go at Trump supporters. I don't think she's retracted anything yet. That's funny, isn't it? But anyway, so this video has come to an end. Basically, I just wanted to have a little rant about them changing history again, and let me know what you think. Bye.